going on, this Spottic? Bringing you guys another gameplay commentary. This is Black Ops 2. This is another, little change of pace from my usual kill confirm. I used to play TDM a lot, but TDM is butchered now, and I used to play it a lot in previous Call of Duties, but this one I mainly played TDM, mainly played kill confirm. But I want to get to the point of this commentary, right? I upload some videos. I talk about game balance and the fact that they shouldn't be nerfing the submachine guns. They shouldn't be catering to casual players. And then there's some people who leave comments that are just I honestly don't understand where these guys are coming from. Right? I'll see some people say, well, people are running around with submachine guns. That takes no skill. The mere fact that the person is running around with a submachine gun is something refreshing. Because in this game, rushers are it's a danger zone for rushers, man. Right? If you rush around in this game, and mainly rushers use submachine guns, right? You run around in this game, you are an endangered species, right? It's like you have the shotguns to contend with, which are like that's the one thing that you really don't get hit markers with unless I use them. And so you have shotguns to deal with, and that's close quarters, right? Then you have the sniper rifles. Now, sniper rifles are difficult to deal with, but you can get by them unless it's the SVU, and then it's problematic. You have to deal with that. Let's say you corner a sniper. He switches to any number of the overpowered pistols, and then some people say, well, they have to be overpowered because no one would use them. Yeah, that makes absolute sense, right? No one's using cold-blooded, and I don't hear anyone saying, hey, you guys need to buff that, because no one's using cold-blooded. I think a lot of people in the comment section, they are casual gamers. They are the ones who, it might not be a lot like all of you, but a few are, those are the guys. And then you'll go to their channel. I did this once, right? And you'll see them like, wow, that's amazing shotgun, great 870 shotgun. And then you realize that for some people, this game is not boring. It's not problematic. It doesn't cause any frustration, right? If you're running around with a sniper rifle and you have a cap 40 or any of the pistols, with an exception of the executioner, you are good as gold, because you shoot at a guy, you have the perfect combination. It's like overkill without having to use that extra slot. Many a times I've rolled up on a sniper and he just switches to his pistol and he's aggressive. It's not as if he's normally a pistol is supposed to be a secondary, right? It's a secondary option. It's not the primary. It should be a secondary. But I'm finding guys are just running around, just dropping me with pistols. So that's another thing. If you're a rusher, you have to deal with. Then you have these head glitching or clipping assault rifles, which have zero sway, right? There's no right now they have zero idle sway. And idle sway is when you are stationary and you aim down sight, your gun kind of moves from right to left, or it's random movements. In this game, it's completely gone. There's no idle sway, and so those are the three things you have to contend with. You have to contend with the close range shotguns. The KSG is a beast now. I don't know what they did, but they must have did something to that, because that gun is trouble. The 870 is trouble. So you have to deal with that. The M116, I think, that one I've been seeing a lot of guys run around with that. that shotgun. Sniper rifles, you name it. You see these guys, ballista, SVU, right? And then, so what takes skill? A lot of people say, well, running around with submachine guns and hip firing doesn't take any skill. Look, if a guy rolls up on me and he has a submachine gun and he's hip firing and it's a one-on-one gunfight, I'm pretty sure I will win a majority of them, right? I'm pretty sure I would do that because I think it's on equal terms. Now, of course, submachine guns in the beginning, when it comes to no one had an issue when they nerfed the hip fire, right? When they kind of widened the spread on the submachine guns, no one had a problem with that. When they kind of increased the recoil initially on the PDW and the MSMC, no one had an issue with that, right? Just because something is overused doesn't mean it's overpowered, right? And overpowered means, to me, that you can use this, because you can have guns, like in COD 4, they had what was it, man? The single shot one, and I forgot it, but it can one shot you, it can two shot you, two headshots, you're dead. But in actual game, a game experience or a game environment, that shit didn't work. So some people used it, some people didn't. It was an overpowered weapon that wasn't used, so it was never an issue. Versus the FAL, the SMR. I don't know why they nerfed that, but I can see why, because once they nerf the FAL, everyone else will go to the SMR, because that gun is a beast. So whenever you hear someone say, "Oh, people running around with submachine guns doesn't take any skill," and look, the maps are catered to fast play. Well, not anymore, because I find it strange, right? You have maps that are very close quarter ish, but every spot there's a clipping spot. Every spot there's some area where guys are just you kill them and they're like they spawn right there waiting to destroy you behind cover. So that's my only gripe. Like, what takes skill is running around. I think that takes skill, because the element of surprise and being able to run decent routes, and you can do it with any weapon, but the mobility and the ability to strafe a little bit faster for limited range and limited power, that's what you get in the submachine guns. Like, any game I play, I use submachine guns because that's what I'm looking for, right? So please, this nonsense about, oh, that doesn't take skill, hip firing and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't see people, I mean, it's rare, but now all I see, especially those cheesy players that you destroy them in one round or one match, and then they come out of nowhere with their shotguns or their pistols. And so because something is overused doesn't necessarily mean it's overpowered, right? And I think these developers, like, I heard they have some black box, but I guarantee you it's a skewed system, because the more you use something, right, the more detail you get from it. And to me, I think it seems as if the MSMC and the PDW, because they're used a lot, well, now they're like pea shooters. If anyone, like, now I don't even use silencers anymore, because these guns are pea shooters. Like, you literally cannot win, you cannot kill two people that are like maybe 10 feet in front of you, because your bullets just don't register. And I honestly don't think that has to do with connection, even though the connection is still problematic, man. I'm spawning and getting shot from the B flag on Harrier, on Hijacked. A guy's on a B flag and I'm spawning on the C flag, and his bullets are going through the wall and killing me. Not killing me, but I'm getting hit, and I'm like, where am I getting shot from? You know, you go into theater mode and you see the dude is just shooting randomly, and but so look, overpowered, overused. Those two are two different things. Anyway, it's the one only the spotted deuces.